year older than me.
I'm very proud of you. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that being you as a G3 and one of the top student in Evergreen, 你没有狗眼看人低啊，你反而跟一个 G1 做朋友。哎，真的，很多 G3 no, I'm sorry, they are anti-student. No, it's gonna affect my grades. It's gonna affect my performance. I'm not
I
the
don't
kind.
really look at this. I mean, best thing is that she's Chinese G3, so I can talk to her in Chinese when I don't know the English term. And also,
So,
when I make friends, I just look at the personality and say, okay, if we can talk, we're friends, you know? So
no, 不是，我知道你的为人是很 friendly and sociable and good. But of course, 你也是要看人 like different place, different things you meet.
yeah.
So actually I'm surprised because I feel that she 好像有学习障碍。
Uh, kind of.
English.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think it's like a very medical thing, but then it's just
But
like,
if she's good in Chinese, I don't think so. She has a learning difficulty in English because the way she read, the way she write, I can tell I mean, I have to spend more time to help her 啦。当然啦，是 Fiona 大姐了嘞，朋友嘞，我怎么敢不帮忙？我怎么样讲要给你面子嘛？哦，大姐哦，对不对？哦，小弟我一定帮你的，大姐。好像在江湖那种黑社
you
会，
have to
对吧
improve on her English. Her English is a little bit the questionable.
？What image?
No, English. Her English.
Yeah, we will help her lah, huh?
Yeah.
It's just a stupid system in Singapore make her to stay back in 1 year. But sometimes it's fate. If she don't stay back in 1 year, you will not have this friend, 对吗？
Yeah.
真的是缘分哦，有时候这种是 fate 啊。And
Maybe
thank you. I can
just
see that you 照顾她无微不至啊。Because when I mentioned Fiona, she was like that. Can see You know why?
like
Be
what?
no, when she approached you, she used fist spot or what? No, she just asked you.
Uh,
She
what?
asked you, are you Uncle Raymond's student or using fist
But
spot?
she's like, no, she just told me, did you know I am the same tuition as you? I was like, huh? Where I got? Then she was like, no, I have the same teacher as you. Then I was like, oh wait, you mean my uncle Raymond? Then she was like, yeah. Yeah, he's very nice. And I'm just like, wow, okay.
Very
We're
small world,
like freaking out in the canteen.
small world, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what I say, we will help her lah. Thank you so much. And let's see how we can go through these hurdles. As I say, this is a very stupid system to make her stay back 1 year, but that's how his life is. I can see she feel very different. So I got disturbed her and say, hey, G1 student NT 没有用的啦. Wow, she suddenly turned her face, oh, like so sad. I came in the wrong class. I tell her, if you think like that, if you are G1 student, and I use the word please fuck off. She was like, what did you say just now in her mind? It's like, you just use the F word? Uncle Raymond talk like that one,
She told me that you used the effort. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I thought like that one. Seriously, right? Seriously. I talk to you like a friend, correct? No?
Huh?
But if you don't respect your parents, I'll treat you like a dirt shit. Agree? Not you lah. If any of my students don't treat their parents well and behave and respect, I'll really. Okay, thank you for coming in, Wenbei. The past few days, I was very sick, and you can hear my voice. I'm not very good. So we just talked about our dear friend Fiona, friends. She came from a different society from Malaysia to Singapore. And same that goes to you, Fiona. You also come from all the way from China to Singapore. And I really appreciate that you come here and contribute to this society. And who knows? Of course, if you're not Singaporean yet, right?
I am.
You are Singaporean now. Oh yeah, you got the awards, Yeah.
Mhm.
So really thank God we have the 精英 here. 不是老鹰是精英也不是猫头鹰OK 是精英OK really thanks to all of you. If not now, Singapore 会灭亡。I would like to say this. Recently my student was say, 可是他们讲我是草莓族嘞。Wow, Wenbei, you are coughing also. Are you okay? Uncle Raymond is sick. I'm sick of you. I mean, sorry, I'm very sick. No, I'm not sick of you. Sorry. I like the way Wenbei. You really sick of me, Uncle Raymond? I also damn bloody sick of you, stupid Uncle Raymond. Okay. So recently, okay, just be serious. Recently, a student asked me, Uncle Raymond, they say I'm a strawberry generation. 听过文贝听过Fiona. So next time when people say, yeah, thank God they categorize me as strawberry generation. At least I looks nice, presentable, sweet. 好过你们是榴莲族so thorny outside. No, strawberry need a lot of time and effort to nurture, to build these beautiful fruits. And you know, this fruit is so nice. Everywhere you go, strawberry, strawberry. It's so nice and beautiful. So please maintain this strawberry generation, because some strawberry can be rotten, can be sour, can be sweet, can be, you know, really horrible looking. So no matter how it is, strawberry generations is your generations to tell people that it's very soft, very hard, looks nice in outside, but inside very soft. That show that you all have a kind-hearted person. That show that you are at the right place at the right time. And why is it keep doing this? Very irritating. My phone, mute it. Thank you. All right, let's talk about places and societies. Lesson number 2. Thank you for last week. Is it last week? Like last Friday, correct? I was in my police dinner. You guess what, ladies and ladies? After my dinner, after my police dinner, okay, Wenbei, I think Wenbei, your Wi-Fi should be better now, Wenbei. So after my dinner at the Orchard Road, I came down, I walked past. I saw one lady, very young lady, was smiling at me and no check. Come on, Fiona. I'm such an ugly old bold man. Smile at me. What do you think about this lady? You should know what I mean, right? Like a hooker, a prostitute, right? And it's true, it's true. No, it's true. I feel it, I feel it. So I walked down on the Orchard Road, down to the MRT station, the Orchard. You know the street there, I really find a lot of hooker and prostitute in my opinion. And I feel that it's illegal, right? It was about 10:30 already. You know, as a police officer, I feel it. I suspect it. I didn't mean they are, right? But, you know, this is not the right place to destroy my society, my environments. And how I know the way they dress, seriously, 这边路起点路哪一点 it's really is I will call them like a slut. Yeah. I never appreciate prostitute in Singapore. And recently, many few weeks or months, my colleague went to Geylang, you know, to cut all these illegal prostitutions. And you know, there are some students here come and study. At night, they work in nightclub. I heard lah, 道听途说, and which is wrong, it got caught. You're here for study purpose and you do these type of things. It's a wrong place. You're destroying the society. And 2 days ago, today is Friday, 4 days ago, Monday, Fiona and Wenbei, I attend my ex-student's father's wake. The father passed away finally after 8 years in a place called hospice. And very sad because the 2 students used to be my student, my 2 ex-students used to be my student. So you know what, Fiona and Wenbei, when I sit down, I ask about all the ex-students, I'm the form teacher in my form class. One of my students passed away 2 years ago at the age of 28. Drug overdose. 吃白粉. So, true story, and I cross-reference, I went to his Facebook, and guess what? He just had his birthday a few days or few weeks ago. Happy birthday, bro. I hope you are now in a nice place. Happy birthday, bro. I hope now you are in a place that is no more pain. A place that is no more pain. Sorry, I use this example here as a place. You might have a better place instead of going to this kind of place where you got drugs. And then 所谓近朱者赤，近墨者黑，对吗？ Fiona 你听过 So you go to the wrong place, the wrong time, the wrong people, the wrong destinations. And that's why he was. Sayonara. So please, you all come from a very far away society in China to come to Singapore. You don't tell me China so 烂 咩? 烂到你们没有 survivor 吗? 难道你父母亲在 China 不可以 survive 吗? Why they come to China to Singapore? I believe they can, right? But they want to find a better place. You know why? Because China got 1.4 billion people. You're going to compete with 10 million people with a job in China. Come on, your parents are not saying that you are born stupid. That's why I have to come to Singapore. No. No, don't. If you're able to tell me that, please lock off. They want to give you a better place, a better environment, a better surrounding, a better future, a better education. So are you saying China don't have? China have. But you can see most thousands and millions of people flock out of China to other parts of the world. But there are people who flock into China from other countries. It's whether you like it, the society now. You know 孟母三迁吗？听过吗？文辈。And Fiona. So 孟母三迁 first time the mother stay in the abattoir. You know abattoir 就是杀猪、杀羊、杀牛。So 孟子看到就拿一把刀，就准备要砍人，砍那个动物，装腔作势这样。The mother say, "Oh my God, my son cannot be a butcher." So she moved to the second house. The second house 是吊山，是 funeral. Wow, then come back learn how to cry. Then finally the third house is where the 孔子 was teaching. So 孟子 very poor, right? Was standing outside the classroom, listening to 孔子教书. So 孔子 came out this answer, reader me. So 同学们，树上有10只鸟，我打下1只鸟，剩下几只？All the whole class say 9只 right? 9. But 孟子 say 全部都飞掉喽。Everyone was laughing at him. And guess what? 孔子 saw it, asked him to come in and ask for inference question. Why? He said, if you kill the bird, do you think the 9 bird is so stupid to stay there and let you kill? Of course, they flew off for survival's sake. Wow. Of course, the rest is history, right? 孟子 become 孔子的学生。And what? 孟母的母亲知道他在这个地方 learning the right things, the right place, the right time, the right person to educate her son. 就像岳飞的母亲一样，包拯的母亲一样。说天下的母亲都是伟大 because they want to find the right place for their children to have a better, not just the career, but for survival. I lost a few students of years of teaching, at least 3, 4 of them, really lost them. Some are born in the wrong family, wrong place. So please, sometimes you think of it, you are so lucky to born in the right place at the right time and the right environment with parents still loving you. Agree, Wenbei? Stop pressing your pimple lah. You press after your things. Don't use tissue also. Don't use. If you press, to be honest, you go to toilet when you're bathing, you press. Then you wash out the dirt. Because the bacteria is still there, especially your tissue are still dirty. Like. Tissue paper never clean one. No? Because as long as you're exposed to the environment, there are bacteria sit near will reside on the tissue paper. The only time you press, you go to those beautician, the moment they squeeze your pimple, you straight away use the antiseptic of things to clean up the wound. Agree? And then you wash your face and put the SK2, like me like that, I use SK2, look very handsome. Don't stop. Stop. To control your laughter. You see, Wenbei know how to control. After you go toilet and laugh until she vomited out. Sorry. So please, don't do that. Because you have a scar and then that's it. Okay, that's it. Even you go for plastic surgery or this thing, sometimes it might be, because be careful. Wash with water and soap. Don't press. I know this is part of growing up. I have that. My whole face last time was a beehive, full of pimples, like shit face. And I was like so regret. All right, let's read now. Sorry, I'm very tired now. So, Wenbei, can you read? A place is a location.
Place is a location with a specific meaning or significance, while a society is a group of people who share interests and norms. Place. Do I read the?
Yeah, everything.
A place is a physical space with a name and boundaries. It can be a town, city, region, or country. A place is more than just a physical space. It is also a social construct. Places can have a strong emotional impact on people. Places can be part of a person's identity. The meaning people give to a place is called their sense of place.
So do you have, Fiona and Wenbei, do you have a place in your heart that you would like to go? So let's say, if one day if I go off, I would like to visit the Great Wall of China. 所谓不到长城不好汉，对吧？听过哦？听过吗？不到长城不好汉。So some of my students say, no, I don't want to go to Great Wall. I want to go back to my secondary school life. Or if time machine can, I bring back. I would never want to go back to my primary school and secondary school life. It's a sucks life in my life. I would never want to go back. So I want to go back to like places that I enjoy. Like the first time I met my wife. The first time my wife gave birth to my eldest son. And the first time I went honeymoon with my wife, and things like that, right? Or the first time we bought a house, we opened the door, we own the house, the count, the place that I want to cherish and be more memorable and mesmerized for the rest of my life. But there's some places you don't reach to go. Of course, you know what now, Fiona and Mumbai, I was searching for this essay, very nice. It was in the dawn, the sun was coming out. I walked through a thick glass bushes of lalang grass. Mosquito was everywhere. Finally, I reached the place. And I sat down and said, 爷爷，我已经到达了，我帮你擦一下你的坟墓。Wow. He described the cemetery as such a beautiful scene. And then when he cleaned out the tombstone of the grandfather, the flashback came about to tell, to say that how he went through his childhood with his grandfather. And the grandfather brought him to few places that will last and etched and etched, whatever you call it, in his memory. He came up in an O-level exam, I think, and he did well. Last time the essay, they got one word, place, school, something like that. Of course, lucky they never come up a place called toilet. But I love toilet. You know why? Because toilet can allow me to have more creative ideas. Okay, so let's move on to society, Fiona.
But society is a group of people with shared interests and norms. Society are characterized by social norms, roles, gender, kinship, ethnicity, government, politics, trade, and economic. Social norms are shared standards of behavior that can be informed or codified into laws. Social roles are norms and patterns of behavior that relates to a person's social status.
Kinship 就是好像the what King Arthur and the Knights, the sword in the stone， 就是说好像好兄弟 ，like royal bloods， 对国王的那种好像兄弟姐妹这样，好像《还珠格格》。If you watch《还珠格格》，you know what I mean, right? Brother and sister that kind of thing 好像我女儿看那个《还珠格格》，看了10几遍，还不会get tired 嘞。Seriously 真的嘞，皇上饶命啊！嬷嬷，你该死的嬷嬷小蛋子。funny a good thing she learned Mandarin from there also. Of course, 奔宝吧兄弟I like to watch 奔宝兄弟 not because of my cousin Lu Han or the Zheng Cao or these people, but they brought them to different places to start a different game. Correct enough, Fiona and Wenbei. Do you watch that? Very nice. They show different parts of China's place. If the next place I want to go, I would love to go to Jiu Zai Gou or 还是桂林Okay, these are the most, I feel the most historical place I like. Of course, 我去故宫去到2次了。Of course, 我很喜欢做那个皇位Okay, but if I go in, I think 那个公安一定捉我。Okay, so this is the things, the places I like to visit. Next lesson we'll talk more about later. Okay. What is my definitions? A place is what we human define a location or a destination that we wish to go to, stay, or have a shelter to live in. A place can be referred to a physical place, a house, or it can be emotional feelings like you have a place in my heart forever. Whereas a society is a commitment whereby everyone to do well, serve well, and protect well in order to ensure there is no war and disaster happening in their own country. Fiona and Wenbei, do you invite your friends to your house for Chinese New Year? So you tell your friends, Fiona and Wenbei, hey, please come to my house for Chinese New Year gathering. But you see, Wenbei and Fiona, next time you don't tell your children, please come to my house tonight and sleep. You don't say that. You always ask your children, let's say, girl, are you home? Girl, what time are you coming home? Girl, why are not you coming home now? You realize when we do with our immediate family, we call home. But with non-family member, we call house. True not? Are you saying Grandma, are you coming to my house? Grandma is also an immediate family. Why house? Unless he has been staying there in your place. If your grandma stay in another house, of course it's another house. But if your grandmother is in your house for many years, grandma, are you coming home soon? Where are you now? Since your leg is not good, can I go and fetch you? What time you want to come home? You realize that? Then my student argue this, Uncle Raymond, what about Chinese 家？我请我朋友来我的家。OK 宝贝女儿，你到家了吗？还是家了？可是不一样嘞。我们华文还有一个后面一个字是什么？家庭，家里。可是我们要讲house，我们讲屋子，不一样啊。So the place itself. So you have to know all these definitions. Okay? In case there's a comprehension like that. So the definitions, I will talk about it later. Wait. So far, you all haven't handed any homework. No homework yet. So this is recording. Fiona and Wumpe has owed me about 20 vocab words, sentences. Every week got 5 vocab words. Okay. So one of them is kinship. Take note for this month, for today's lesson, kinship. You hear my cough quite bad. After this halfway, I'm going to take my medicine again. Fiona, Wumpe, can you read the first paragraph?
Read the first paragraph.
Yes.
I
did say.
I say my identity has been totally flipped upside down and inside out in the last 3 years. In 2016, I was living in a suburban town where the majority of my day revolved around playing ball outside and hanging out with a couple of friends. Now I am working or going to school in an urban environment. Moving to Philadelphia had an instrumental effect on my identity, belonging, and trajectory in life. I remember how different my life was. By no means was my life worse in any way, but it couldn't have been more different. I went to a traditional school that was very different from SLA and its project-based learning style. Living in 2 such different societies throughout my life, I think it would be reasonable to claim that they have formed my identity as a person, as a friend, and as a student.
So when you know where is Philadelphia now, Fiona? You know where is this place called Philadelphia? And you pronounce the word correctly, Wumpe. You know where is Philadelphia, Wumpe? In Africa or in China?
Is it in like the US?
What do you think, Fiona? Don't play cheat. I saw you Googling. I saw you Googling Philadelphia.
I think it's just a state or like
Yes,
a
it's one of the states in United States of America.
Oh.
In America, but it was such a beautiful name, Philadelphia, right? So beautiful. You go in, recently Philadelphia become a place that is full of drug addicts, violence. Wow, a lot of gangs. It's an upside down society. But this was written that in 2016. That was 10 years ago, 9 years ago. But recently, after the COVID was really horrible, Philadelphia is a beautiful place. Very nice name, but sadly to say, it's not what it is and what it was last time. And to say that what is the meaning of trajectory in life is like how you how you propel yourself, how you go to different levels, how you see yourself. You see, if you are going to a school like St. Nicholas and your school Evergreen, and compared to other school like Raffles, I don't know, or other neighborhood school like Canberra or Yishun or Woodlands or Tampines or Pasir Ris or Hougang or Jurong, the moment you mention about Bukit Timah, straight away you think, wow, there's like a Hwa Chong, got Methodist Girl, got National Junior College, got Nanyang Girls. All the top schools seems to be flooding over that side at Bukit Timah. And what about those places? So it's like people see yourself that if you are associated to a good school, just like you're working, what? If you work in a law firm that is big and good one, of course. If you work in a Mount Elizabeth Hospital, you say, wow, private hospital this doctor must be very expensive one compared to the Tan Tock Seng Hospital, right? You know, Mount Elizabeth is a very expensive hospital in Singapore and Gleneagles. Yeah, seriously, very expensive in Mount Elizabeth. You can ask your parents, they will know. They call Mount E. Elizabeth Hospital. It's in Paragon, in Orchard area. Obviously, right, Fiona, it won't pay. If you say a hospital in Orchard, obviously it's super expensive. So that's life. 你要追求完美吗？还是你要追求 okay, I'm just happy with what I am. I come to this world, I don't want to stress myself. I want to live in a place that's comfort. Just like you, like you ask yourself, do you want to stay in a 3-room flat in HDB? Or you want to stay in a 3,000 square feet room on rooftop, can see the whole entire penthouse? Or you want to stay in a 3,000 landed property with a swimming pool? I leave it to you. The place that you choose, that you live, is the amount of time and effort that you put in your study and your hard work. You know your turn, please.
And
So the yellow, sorry, the yellow one's supposed to have vocab words to add in.
yeah.
Thank you.
An article called 1 million workers, 90 million phones, 17 suicide, who's to blame? Was written about Foxconn, a computer hardware company in China, talking about workers who are isolated from having a normal life. Still, after years of writing what is at best buyer's guidance and at worst marching hymns for an army of consumers, I was burdened by what it feels like an outsized provision of guilt, an existential buyer's remorse of civilization itself. I'm here because I want to know, did my iPhone kill 17 people? These people had been affected because of this, and the lack of social interaction had caused them to become mentally sick. There are things like our phones that have an impact on our everyday life, and people work in terrible conditions overseas to make that possible. It seems as if some people in society are more aware of this than others. The people making these cell phones live in a totally different society than we do.
You agree now, Fiona? It's true, Foxconn in China, really, they manufacturing handphone for iPhone, and they do have a place for them to sleep, to eat, to bathe, to do anything. But they work like cats and dogs for more than 10 over hours per day, until some even really commit suicide in front of all his or her colleagues and jump down from the building and die. And even got people so stupid in order to buy an iPhone 4, I won't pay. And Fiona, one of the persons sold his kidney just for iPhone 4. You don't believe? You Google 呢 iPhone 4, that was many years ago 啦。所以如果他现在还在iPhone 16这样他不是要卖掉那个 heart 咯，还是 liver？很笨哦，很笨欸。Some people really got so dumb as just for a desperate iPhone. No, you go and Google people sell kidney to buy iPhone. Is it true? And then Foxconn is a super huge China company. It's a place where you manufacture iPhone for Americans at the expense of the Chinese comrades, Chinese people to die overwork because they are cheap labor costs. That was many years ago. 有吗？你有 Google 吗？有呢？没有。文贝有登。
Overall, it seems as though identity and belonging are very complex things to figure out. Perception by other people seems to play a big role. The way people act is typically dependent on the society they are in. I first talked about the difference between different societies and the impact living in such different places had on me. I then began to talk about an article called Stop Googling, Let's Talk, written about the way social media affects people and society. Finally, I wrote about Foxconn and foreign workers' unnoticed relationship with society. Overall, it would be fair conclude the idea that everyone has a place in society.
I leave it to you to see how it works. Is it really fair? to write this article? Is it fair to say that these people who work in Foxcom die because of overwork, stress, or being bullied? Stop Googling and let's stop. Is it that Googling is bad? Not true. Googling is a place where you search for an unknown answer, to find an answer to please you, to satisfy your thirst of knowledge, to satisfy you to feel it is good about it. Okay. So last paragraph tells you clearly that whether you like it or not, social media is going to stay in the place in our heart. And this is a place that, is so big that people will just come in and out in the social media to give, they call this, they call what? Comments, likes, and share. CLS. Right now, comments, likes, and share. With this comment, likes, and shares, people start to view things differently. Last time, you need to travel thousands of kilometers to visit a place. But now, at your comfort of your home, you just click at your handphone, you can see the place immediately. Of course, you don't feel it, right? But of course, people say, no, I can watch on TV also. I can read the newspaper, I can watch a VHS, a videotape, or DVD. But now with the iPhone, it's an instant. Hey, 你好 Fiona, 我现在在日本. Hi, you see, I know the snowing. Then if you one day say, hey, hi, I'm in Northern Light there. Immediate live response. So social media has taken a very high end to ensure that in order to get the place immediately, you will have to use technology. All right, so let's talk about our visual graphic text for today's lessons, and there will be an exam. So same thing. So what is the purpose of the brochure that we're going to talk about? Is it reliable? Who is the 3 different types of target audience, the tone and the tagline, and of course the 8W and 1H. And of course, if you use the 4 corners, so then how? And then of course the A, B, C, D, E. Later I'll tell you what it means. I'm sorry, I got some phlegm that came out from my mouth, so I have to speed it up. Right, sorry, phlegm. Okay, so next move on. Look at this picture here. Oh, parents versus phone. So this is a good what do you call a good example to use here. Don't do let me explain. So from now on, you have to use 3 ground. The first one we know the words are. The first one is in front here. Okay, this is a foreground, FORE, the foreground, the foreground. So foreground, this guy is playing the handphone. In the middle ground, you can see the eyes is looking at the handphone. Okay, looking at the handphone. That's the middle ground. At the background, you can see there's a TV and Wi-Fi or a desk here, background. This is B, stand for background, and this is middle ground. So there's 3 ground. The 4 corners, nothing much. The wall and sofa, and then the wall again, and the floor. So the foreground is talking about this boy holding a PSP or handphone to play game. And then the middle ground is to show that the boys are very concentrating playing games. In the background, maybe these are the books in all the study here. So not to play books. So the parents are here and the phones are very near to say phones are this one. And then the parents want them to study on this desk here. Okay, so what is the A? Does it create awareness? Yes, I think these are very true. And is it reliable? Yes, it's very reliable. It is true, we call it 低头族. Is it beautified? Does it beautify or bring out the ads even more meaningful? Yes, definitely bring out. You beautify the ads by clearly showing that such a nice environment, but the kids are sitting there to play phone. Maybe it's the other way. So it depends on what is the prominence say. Is they say is taken from an advertisement. So these advertisements can be a positive advertisement or negative or neutral advertisement, right? And so want to see collects data or ideas. Does it collect any data or ideas? Yes. This one here. Describe the ads in more first-hand information. So a boy is focusing his attentions, playing a handphone, and may ignore his surroundings. And looking at it is a very young boy. He should not be playing too much of this handphone. Exposure to is to enhance your knowledge on the ads. Does it expose you anything? Yes, it showed me that even myself, and it's very reliable, even myself sitting there at times at home watching my phones or looking at my phone, my parents will start nagging at me, will even confiscate my handphone. Okay, but with that, I fight with my parents. I took a chopper and chopped them into pieces. Then I take back my handphone. 你们没有反应的，你们两个 cold-blooded。It's like 哇，真的是把你们父母亲砍掉，为了 handphone，神经病，有毛病，偷吃我的维他命，不到3天就没命。Okay, so then what do you think the main message is about? The main message of this one, and then how this message will have a significant impact on the target audience. So this one here, win the battle of technology and get back to your child's learning strategies to help the child. Okay, so there's the main message. Is this the main message, or is this the main message or sub message? Okay, how will people or the target audience view this advertisement? Of course, the parent will say, yeah, very true. My son, my daughter always play handphone. So it's taken from a parenting forums in Singapore. Is it talking about the positive of using handphone or negative or neutral? Okay, so does this both sharing the same tone, or both sharing the negative tone, a positive tone, or one share a positive tones, the other share a negative tones, or both don't have even any tone that is encouraging, not persuasive or discouraging tones? Okay, so this is what you're going to do now for the exam. I put side by side. Okay, you may do now. Please submit your answer to the Zoom chat, all right? Oh, so fast ah. Fiona, waiting for Wenbei ah. Oh, okay, good. Let's go through the answer. Third, what is third? Addicted, huh? Yeah, it's addicted. Right, Fiona, you put addicted, right? Okay, next question is it suggests that it's struggle for parents to get back to the children for technology. Yeah, Fiona, I can accept, but Wenbei, your answer is too short for number 2. You'll get half marks for that. Number 3. Yeah, both of you correct. Okay. Sorry, your number 4 is too long, Fiona. The number 3 answer is wrong, sorry. Okay, next question is readers are encouraged to take actions, right? Yeah, in fact, only text 1 to take actions. Why text 2 is not? Fiona, why do you think? I asked Wenbei, why Wenbei is text 1, not text 2, taking action, Wenbei?
Because text one, like it says, learns is telling the reader to learn strategies to help your children. So like it's encouraging them to like get rid of
Away from handphone, encouraging them to move away from handphone.
yeah.
Not discouraging, move away. Encouraging to don't support handphone addiction, okay? Then what about text 2? It's not.
Text two is like just a person writing about how they're not happy with the children nowadays.
So you never encourage to take any actions,
Yeah.
It's just only just give advice. That's all. Never have any strong words like learn strategy, right? That's the keywords. Like just telling people, okay, lor, just let them use lor. The days reading a physical book is no more already. So we are to replace by technology. But if you add in this, we must consider to let the children to get back to the hard copy books, then the flip copy books or the e-books. Then that is take action already. Fiona, why you think text 1 is and to encourage to take action?
Because you see, there it says learn strategies to help your children be.
Okay, so that one we know text 1. How about text 2 don't have?
So don't have. It's just talking about what this writer feels about children being exposed to technology at such a young age. It didn't really talk about what the reader should do. So
They never give any suggestion to how
yeah.
to do it, right? Agree? Oh, they never give any suggestion, right? 对吗? Okay. You have completely color one. Okay. What about the next one? Fiona, why you say both? The tone suggests that the writer and readers are the same status. The readers who are reading this and the tone. Why you say both?
Okay. For text one, it says win the battle of technology. Okay, so basically, I feel like text one is it just it shows that the person who created this feels the same way as the readers, which that they both think that okay, we should try to learn some strategies on how to let children be more exposed to the real world instead of just keeping their eyes fixed on a phone. You know what I'm trying to say? If not, why would they organize that thing? And then for text two is it speaks for himself for itself lah, you know, because this person is just the writer is just like talking about what they feel, which is exactly how the reader feels too. So I just pick both.
Okay, let me give you the answer later. Okay, let's hear from Wenpei first. Why you choose text two, not both? The answer is both, right? Let's confirm. Yeah. The answer is both, but why you choose text two? Only. The tone suggests that the writer and readers are of the same tone.
Because I feel like the first, text one is like some company recommending to parents, not
And
parents
let's see, let's see what you say. It's okay from an advertisement. So like I said, this advertisement is talking about negative already, right? Parents versus. When you see the word versus, that means you are challenging already. Get it? Okay? When you see the word versus means there will be do you agree or not? I'm telling you now, parents versus phone. Yeah, I agree. I support you. They see that the tones are in the same line. 我们坐同一条船. Carry on, my dear Wenpei. Yes, carry on. Don't look at me so stunning. You choose text two, right? Why text two has the text one don't have? You say text one don't have. In fact, text one is very straightforward. As they say, picture speaks 1,000 words. You can see that the guy is gluing your eyes, both eyes on the games, not moving an inch. Then you say, Uncle Raymond, this is a picture, not a video. Of course, gluing on the seat lah. But obviously, you see the way you touch in the couch, very still, like not moving. So why do you think it's not both is text two only? Back to you, Wenpei.
Because text two, it's like probably a parent or like some person that's not happy with the use of phones, and then they're writing to complain about parents, to complain, like the target audience for this is for like parents to yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you. You realize that now. Next time I teach you one trick. You see there's an exclamation mark now. You see an exclamation mark here? And an exclamation mark here? Where the hell is it now? Just now I saw one exclamation mark. Or it's my eyes playing trick with me. That exclamation mark here is all right. So this exclamation marks tells you the tone. Okay? With a mobile phone in their hands. In the real world, back to your children. So they are bringing a message clear right now. With an exclamation mark, the tones are showing clear and resound. Clear and resound means very fixation. This, hey, I tell you to study right. The other message, hey, if you don't hit the books, you're going to hit the streets empty-handed. Something like that. So there is a contrast and the tones, but sadly, this is not the one main thing I want. Some even give you what is the difference between tone text one and text two? Do they have different tones? Last time they do that, but now they change. So both, because both show exclamation marks, showing that action must be taken immediately. Get it now, children? So next time you look at the punctuation. So punctuation can help you. Are you looking at my screen or are you looking at a handphone or are you looking at your iPad? The two of you, be honest. Looking at my phone. Looking at my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because the way you look at the screen, like it doesn't convince me you're looking at my screen. Hey, hello, I know lah, bloody hell, I know today is a happy Valentine's Day. Your boyfriend want to, hello, I miss you. Why you go to your class? Why you never send message to me? 讨厌死鬼。你跟你的 boyfriend 讲，等一下，我补完习我再 message。sorry your parents might scold me. Uncle Raymond， 你来这边是教我的女儿，不是来这边教我的女儿怎么追男人，还是男人追我女儿。Okay， 但我会跟你父母亲，难道你的女儿要给女孩子追吗？对吗？Nothing wrong what? A girl like a guy, a guy like a girl is 天公地道的事，只是你们就不要有 sex，没有 pregnancy，OK，、没有那些偷偷摸摸的，Nothing wrong right？True not Fiona and 文北，只要你们真真淡淡，Nothing wrong。I got friends, student, relative from Sec 1, Sec 2 married and together until they married until now 50 plus 都有啊。对，你们的责任是读书，在读书当中，你们要找一个朋友，不一定要朋友是女孩子，也是可以男孩子啊，对不对？有些是 LGBT 都有啊，现在这个社会，correct 哦。只要你 Fiona I like the way you say，只要我觉得可以 click，我就跟他做朋友咯。不可以 click 就是一拍两散，对吗？这个是你们的年代，this is a strawberry generation。It's different from your great grandfather. Wow. Imagine your great grandfather see that your grandmother hold hand with another guy. 哇，掉饭进猪笼了。哇，你不道德，你对不起祖宗18代。Hello, this is 21st century. If you want your children to be happy, listen to them, talk to them. You know why? Because in Sec 2, you Sec 1, you all got this sexuality talk, right? Correct not? Have not? Do you attend? Fiona and Wenpei. Last time we don't have no. If we talk about sex, we go get caning already. Seriously. Say, hey, got sex, condom. That's it, man, bro. Public caning also have. You sound stupid, huh? 神经病, that is my generation. 以前不可以穿短短的裙子，短短的那 crop 什么？那个衣服可以看到那个 belly。你这样跟你讲完蛋了，马上进警察局了。这个是个贱货，是个妓女。谁？我这现在新加坡满街都是很多妓女咯，对吗？如果他坐 time machine 来到新加坡，来，我带你来，安迪，你来看现在这个新加坡的世界。Oh my God，不可以看，不可以看，不可以看。他讲，不可以看，我不可以看，我不可以看。But he never close his eyes, you see? You see, you see my finger? 我不可以看，我不可以看。I just want to be, it's a different society, okay? I hope you understand. Okay, so let's talk about, okay, remember the punctuation is super duper important. Okay, let's do this one. Hey, surprisingly, not many get correct. This is one of the easiest. I don't know why people still can get wrong. Possessive now. Only 8 questions. If you cannot do, I don't know what to say. Oh, stupid. Hey, why? Sorry, I just want to make it nicer. What easier? OCD, sorry. Okay, better. Okay, I leave it like that. So possessive now, the title is called possessive now. Okay, let's go. 8 questions. Wow, so fast. Haha, got mistake already. Yeah, you are quite right. Fiona, you are quite right. You are super right. But which one is wrong? Very smart. 不愧是我的好徒弟，不像文贝这样，真是的。文贝比较 awesome，Fiona 比较 gorgeous。说完个不是一样吗？单人一个 A 一个 G 嘛。 Fiona 你写了没有啊？哎，文贝你写了没有？ Done? Okay, let's go, huh? You'll be surprised, huh? Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, how come no answer? Check the answer. Wow, Wumpe, you got all correct. Actually, sorry, actually, Wumpe, you only got 7 out of 8. By right, if you look at this answer, you got full marks, Wumpe. Apostrophe S is the processing, not just belongs to, right? So let's talk about first one. The desk drawer. Desk is a non-living thing. By right, it should not be apostrophe S. Wumpe. Okay, this one, by right, strictly speaking, it should be the drawers of the desk, so non-living things like the chairs apostrophe S legs. 四只脚，那个椅子有四只脚，对吗？ By right, it should be the legs of the chair. 懂吗？ So Singapore apostrophe S economy. By right, you should say the economy of Singapore. You should not say the Singapore economy. By right, 不可以讲 the Singapore economy, but still people that do different school of thoughts. The rest are correct. Hello, kittens is a living thing. 你只有一只小猫咪，你放那个 S 做么？你放那个 S 文贝就是 plural 嘞。You got problem in singular and plural 哈？文贝不是文贝 ，sorry Fiona 叫错名字Fiona。那个 kittens and kittens，你在做什么
Oh, you trick us leh. Everything is apostrophe. I didn't think that was possible.
？No, it's not tricking. Sorry.
I didn't think that was
When I
possible.
came out this article, this test, this exam, sorry, I never expect to make it very complicated. I make it simple. And you're not the first one to tell me this. Huh? Walao, how come? All these things funny answer. Student got it all correct and even correct me. Uncle, the first one should not be the apostrophe S. Why? Because you told me before what? A desk is a non-living thing. Therefore, I think it should be the drawer of the desk. But you also told me that it's okay to put the desk apostrophe S. And I got people put B's without apostrophe S. Natalie, your friend is called Natalie. Natalie also did this. You can ask her. You can ask her how she's called. Okay, you can ask her how she's called. So the one in Facebook and online, so across of them same. So you see, that's what's the difference. So all these are living things. As long as you're living things, you're apostrophe S. And I remember I told you before, right? Look here. I said a word. Imagine it's James. Okay, James shirt. You see James, your eyes apostrophe S. 记住Wenbei and Fiona, look at the Zoom chat I sent. If you end with an S and it's only one person, you must put apostrophe S. Okay? Unless you say many boys. 就是 more than one boys plural. Fiona, 你跑去哪里？Hello? Where are you? Miss Fiona? Wenbei, you got it, Wenbei. Okay, so take note, these are all living things. So if all the living things, Fiona, your computer got no power. Hello, Fiona. Are you okay? Fiona?
Yeah, I'm plugging in the charger.
Okay. So Fiona, just take note. As long as living thing, you can put apostrophe S. If it's plural, you take note. Next week, another test again, another exam. So now, give me your reflections and description of places society. Choose 2 out of 5 essay. Choose now. You know, won't pay. One five, good. Okay, 1 and 5 also. Me too. All right. So later we talk about 1 and 5. Meanwhile, can you give me your definitions of a places and society, please? Then after you're done, we move on to the reflection. What have you learned from today's lessons? And then after that, we go through the essay and we end the day. 谢谢你们两位。Okay, please give me your definition, please. Thank you.
Definition of what again?
Definition of places and society. If you, in case you forgot, these are the one here I'm talking about here. Okay, write your definitions of places and society. Oh, done already, huh? Sorry. I was talking to my mom. I'm so sorry. Wow, too short lah. Please 80 words lah. Learn how to write summary lah. Damn lazy Fiona. You're gonna go for set 3, no? This is so important, right? Aiyo, lazy bum bum you. How many words? 41个字啊！哎呦，小姐，我希望以后不要这样哦，因为吃亏的是你，不是我啊。你没有 practice 80个80个字，你怎么写 summary? Actually, this is also to help you, right? Every week you practice 80 words, straight away 已经进到你的脑海了。Oh, 80 words, 80 words, 80 words, 80 words. So easy, right? Fiona, can you read to the class, please?
I feel like a society is a place where people live with one another. There's a meaning to that particular place where those people live in. However, a place is just a destination. It holds no meaning, no way of life, nothing.
Huh? Last sentence, what does it mean? Can you add a few more G's of it? However, a place is just a destination. It holds no meaning, no way of life. Hello, 人家已经很 stress 了哦，人家看你这个他马上去死了，没有 place，没有来，我去死了。You know Japan got this called a suicide forest，有听过吗？Fiona，你有听过吗？文贝有听过吗？Okay, I want you to Google now. You type suicide forest in Japan. You type now, type now. Suicide, suicide, 自杀 suicide forest. It's very linked to what Fiona said just now. A place is just a
The
destination.
forest as in like
死咯，去那边自杀的，真的，你写的这个就是这样咯，
哇
有吗？
yeah.
有吗？你在写这个咯，人家读了，人家马上飞去日本去那边，因为 Fiona 大师说我没有用，我在这边死吧。哎呀，你还是人的吗
Gahara forest.
？So now you understand 哦，这些东西我给你们每天的 lesson 哦，是真的对每个世界每个角落息息相关，all related one。Okay, seriously So you want to add some more? No Fiona, you're reading that suicide forest very very interesting very sad It's very interesting and very sad. I used to read a while ago. I forgot already lah. So 我不是在讲骗话 So don't write this lah. No way of life, nothing. Remind me of the suicide forest in Japan. And that is not a nice place 你都觉得本人很压力的就像中国学生这样。Thank you, Fiona. 文贝有灯 please. 哇，人家吃 lollipop 也不要给我们吃嘞，真是，不可以吃啦，Fiona，这个 lollipop 他 boyfriend 给他的。来，anyway，文贝听不到我们的 conversation，那他这样你们两个在讲什么？OK，文贝，现在unmute your ear，now you can hear me Okay, let's go. Places.
Places are specific locations or areas where people live or engage in activities, either physical or abstract. It can mean a significant thing to a person. Society refers to a group of people sharing common values, institutions, and norms, and how they interact within organized structures like politics, economy, and culture.
Copy mine the last sentence. Which is true the way I like your eyebrow 你臭美谁 copy 你的 Do you know the places that we better than Fiona the places Fiona is called the suicide forest Wenbei one is called We are Singapore Welcome to the National Stadium This year we celebrate 60 years of independence We are Singapore Singaporean 那个日本我们要一起死死的战争无敌，死在森林里。Very sad. That means that forest is super haunted. Confirm I don't know how the way they die. There are some pictures very disgusting one. Please don't Fiona，不然等一下你父母亲来找我。 Is this the first time you hear that, Fiona? To be honest, okay, I think you will love this part. There are people who use this to draw, like you an anime. Seriously, Suicide Forest into a movie or animation. Cool, right? Only the Japanese people will think like that, bro. You agree now? They are all funny people. Okay, refraction, please. Once the refractions, I'll tell you the essay, we got it a day, right? Hey, your refractions, don't be so short. Your this one also so short, and this one also so short. Ayo. Please, I cannot accept it. You're set 2 already, I'm not set 1. Set 1, I still can accept. You're set 2 already, please add a few more sentences to it. Reflection should be longer. That means, if I'm your parent, say, you mean you attend Uncle Raymond lesson only 2 sentences? That means you're not paying attention in class there. That means you're not learning anything from Uncle Raymond's. Your reflection so short. And do you know the reflections affect your JC? When you go to JC, your reflection is at least 150 words for that comprehension passage. Even longer than your summary writing. Wouldn't you Google it now? The Suicide Forest. Scary, A long time never go in and see. Let me check. Or you add in a few more. Okay, that's much like it for Fiona today. Won't be too short, huh? For me, I want to use also, huh? Let me use first. Processive nouns. We do again. Retype again, processive noun. Yeah, there. With apostrophe right now. You learn about processive noun, apostrophe. Non-living things, you cannot put apostrophe S. Right now, you pay. Retype. Are you going to retype? Won't pay. Okay, I wait for you, huh? Oh, you're reading, Fiona. Still reading the Suicide Forest, Want to go there, Want to visit there now? Huh? 你一进去就不能出来了。It's actually not a good place to go, huh? It's a very sad place, The government should do something to it, Okay. There are people who really 走投无路啊，就是去那边死了，很可怜的。人生的命，人家要活多几十年都没有，你能活久一点，你不要，哎，很奇怪，有些人就是这样哦。你给他就不要，你不要给他就要。我们 read your reflection, please.
I have learned what places and societies define. Places are locations with many memories, while society refers to a group of people with similar mindsets. I have also learned about a place in Japan called the Suicide Forest, which is a forest where many people go to end their lives. Lastly, I have learned about possessive nouns, which is adding an apostrophe to a noun to turn it into a possessive noun.
You mean you don't know that, man? Wenpei? Huh?
You told me to add more, so
No. Do you know there is a processing now that must put apostrophe S?
yeah.
Oh, thank God. I thought you don't know. That means something wrong in your primary school already. Okay, thank you for your Wenpei. Fiona? You know I don't like people to eat lollipop.
Today, I mainly learned about the suicidal forest in Japan. It is a sad place, and I was talking about the definition of a place, and it was similar to the description of the suicidal forest. Also, I should always trust myself when answering the questions. Maybe the teacher is trying to be funny and put all the answers the same. Just like what you did.
What did I do?
You put everything in the apostrophe S. I was like, huh?
哎，你不行就讲不行了，不要 blame 我嘞，大哥，老板。你不可以就怪我，你有 quality 像文贝，你看文贝 steady 本 BB 全部对嘞，哎呀，还讲我，好了，给你赢了。But sad to say, not you, definitely not the two of you. Sad to say, I think should thanks to Fiona not being sarcastic. If you don't write the sentence, it did not trigger to me the suicide forest, 对吗 Fiona? So you know there's really, if you think you are very desperate, sad, and hopeless, there are people worse than you going there. Thank God Singapore don't have this place called the suicide HDB or suicide MRT or suicide cinema or suicide toilet or suicide don't know what. Don't. Treasure your life. Cherish your life and protect your life. You know, your parents give birth to you so hard and then you just go off like that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Is it the strawberry generations? Or, hey, by the way, Fiona, while you're reading, this suicide forest has been how many years already? 38 people die, right? Increasing, right? 38, right?
Yeah, it's been on the rise, bro.
Rise on, it will be rising, And how come they don't want to unblock the forest, Correct or not? They don't want to like fence out the forest. Unless the forest is damn huge, that's why it's called forest, right? And How come there's no police patrolling that place? And when he started this suicide, is it in 1970s or 80s? I can't remember. I read somewhere. Quite many years already.
The article that I saw, it said that like 70 plus.
1970s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see, oh my goodness, it's going to be more than 50 years and half of a century. Yeah. That means after World War II, people already start to taking the pleasures of the rice cooker like that. What kind of society do we want to live in? Of course, not the society like the suicide forest like that. We want a society that gives us warm love, peace and harmony, and equalities and fairness and meritocracy. True not? That's your essay one, both of you. And of course, what places we like to visit and why? I think I told you I like the question number 2. I love to visit Great Wall of China. The next one will be what do you call this Grand Canyon of US, or even the third place. The next place I'll be like to visit is in which one? The day I share with my students. The Niagara Fall, the waterfall. Oh yes, Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. I love to visit Mount Fuji. Describe a place that you dream to go. So similar to question number 2. Is how you want describe a place and what places. Places. This one is only one place. This one many places. So I can mention. If it's only one place, the Great Wall of China. I really want to talk. If I can go back to the time machine, I would want to talk to my cousin Qin Shi Wang. Hey bro, how you build this wall? Wow. Hey Forrest, Forrest. And when I look at Fiona name, I call Forrest. Oh my goodness. Oh, I want to more. Damn it, man. If Fiona, if really I can turn back to time machine, hey, Qin Shi Wang brother, 为什么你这么 steady build 那整个 wall 嘞 ？Cool, right? It's a place to protect the 匈奴the barbarian to attack. Hey, 以前有一个戏叫鹿晗做长城是吗？ The movie about Lu Han, they're talking about the monster attack the Great Wall of China. Do you know about this movie? Have you watched this movie? You go and Google Lu Han, the Great Wall of China. Okay, they really show the monster coming attack. So next question number 4. Describe places where you have bad experience. I say I don't want to go back to my primary school and secondary school. It's the worst school, worst places I want to go. Okay, no. What is your ideal society? Well, surprisingly, the two of you choose question 1 and 5 is related to social study. The ideal society is that means you must have equality, fairness, meritocracy. The leader must be fair and square, not like Kim Jong-un. Why do you think your society will work well? In order to work well, you must have 3 factors, in my opinion. You must have peace. Okay, show peace to everybody. No war. You must be progressive from an underdeveloped to a developing and then to the developed countries. Then the third one. You must be very productive and performance-based. So every year, your country gross domestic products will increase better, will increase the sales, and everyone will 丰衣足食，国泰平安，没有打仗。To make the society work well, first of all, every citizen must have some sacrifice. For example, taking national service. For example, parents have to give birth to enough children. That's what, if you are doing history, Hitler, now they've encouraged the German's mother to give birth more than 10 children. Actually, the 10 children end up all died because most of them will go to war and kill themselves. It's a very stupid thing. But in a peaceful country like Singapore, we are under populations. Therefore, the government encouraged young couples who got married to have more kids with a lot of goodies come about. But knowing that with this society, to raise a child, you need a whole entire village to come in to support this child, like expenses and all these things. And of course, 精神上的压力. Right? So how are we going to increase to take care of the older populations? Is that we're going to use AI robots to take care? Or are we going to use foreigners, like foreign domestic helper to come in? So what do you think is good? Or do we do not have NS? Maybe if in order to have NS, all the girls must go to national service. All the girls must 像花木兰 to go. Yeah, you know Israel, the girls go to NS because the country is surrounded by all the Muslim Arabs country, so they got no other choice. They have to do this, right? So an ideal society is, please perceive, imagine Wenbei and Fiona, you are the president, prime minister, or the empress of that country. What is the ideal? You can do research like Tang Xi, Yongzheng, Qianlong, the very recent, the Qing dynasty, or the, don't talk about the Zhuge Liang that era. 还有那个唐朝的，还是杨贵妃。Use 杨贵妃 for example, the Tang dynasty, 唐朝. Do you think she ruled the country, the society, in good hands, or did she destroyed it? At the end of the day, that's why the Tang dynasty was being destroyed, and then the Song Empire took over. Okay, compare the society from China and Singapore. What are the difference? Where is the difference? What makes the difference? That you think the society works well in China, but it doesn't work well in Singapore. As you know, China now got no tuition, right? Correct, Fiona and Wenbo. They don't allow to have tuitions. So is it tuition necessary? As recently, Mr. Chan Chun Sing say that, you know, some tuition center is very unscrupulous, very bad to force parents to get their children to have tuitions. I agree with Mr. Chan. Wow, my flu is coming back. So is it good to have tuition, or is it no good to have tuition? Is it to have a tuition based on your, you know, your weakness of the subject, or is it forced to have tuition because your classmate have tuition? Is that the place that you want to go? No, right? You go for tuition because you want to learn something and because you want to improve yourself, not because your classmate want to go, then you go. That's wrong. So talk about this, okay?